Alright, I'm going to take a look at some of the Titanmaster class figures. From what I understand, these are small headmasters and companion vehicles or monsters that are going to be sold at like the $5 price point. And the intention behind these, I guess, is that one of the complaints of the original Headmaster toy was if you lose the little head figure, your toy is ruined. So the idea Hasbro finally settled on to bring back the Headmasters was to sell separate heads and little kits. That way if you lose the head for your main figure, you can at least go buy something to stick on them and they're not completely useless. So that said, the first one we're really looking at is a Decepticon called Smash Bash. I've noticed that all these figures are based on Headmaster Juniors from the G1 series. So like Smash Bash here is based on Squeeze Play's head. And what you get is this little transforming vehicle and a Headmaster dude. The Headmaster is a little robot who turns into this head, which just looks like, I think that's Kreb or whatever the head for Squeeze Play was. And he turns into a robot. And then this is the little vehicle that he comes with, which is shaped like a bird. Now, look closely, though, and you see that the head is actually the chest, tiny arms are the robot arms for the little head, and the jaws, the lower jaws, are the legs of the Headmaster. So basically, it's a little robot and a little bird that combine to form a dinosaur. Also, rumor is that these figures might have a third mode as a weapon. You notice that little handle on his back? He might actually turn into a gun, which would mean if a normal Headmaster was to wield or put on the head, he could also have the vehicle in his hand in a gun mode. So that's kind of interesting. And this is Smash Bash, which is Squeeze Play's new name, I guess. Next one we have here is this guy who's basically Loudmouth is the name, and he's basically the new version of Siren. You can see here he turns from a robot into a head, and I'm wondering if these heads would be at all compatible with the original G1 Headmaster Junior bodies, because they look really close, and if they fit the right size, and if the pegs fit in the holes, you could actually refurbish G1 bare body with the head and a weapon here. And you can see he turns into, this looks like a little vehicle, and then when you, this is what the little guy can drive, but here we go. There's also this one. I think that the figure actually pops inside of this, and it kind of becomes the engine to this tank mode. You can see there's a little handle in there too, so I'm thinking this has an alternate gun mode. Now this one here, called Nightbeat, is of course G1 Nightbeat, and he is a head, he is a robot figure, but he's also the pilot of this jet, but when he combines with it, he becomes the engine to a drill tank. So he's a Headmaster, but he's also a Power Master, and that he is, you can see him right there in the back, he's the engine of the drill tank. So then we got that. And then this last one we have here is Terrible, which is their new version of Horrible. And yeah, he's a robot that turns into a head. And also he can drive a tank or become part of a jet. And you can see there's a big gun on there. I'm thinking there's going to be a handle somewhere. And this is going to be a weapon mode. Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Now, all these guys, obviously, there's an immediate repaint you can figure with the Nightbeat. I'm guessing that could end up being what the Japanese repaint of that was. I believe that was Minerva in Japan, so you got your red and white repaint there. It could end up at a convention or anywhere. I'm also wondering if maybe these could be released again with full bodies, only they could change the faceplate on the head modes. That would just be one piece they could change and maybe go from toy accurate to animation accurate for all these figures. So therefore they'd be slightly different and come with a body. So that's real interesting on that, and I'm sure these guys are ripe for re-release just in random colors, make up new guys if they want, whatever. I mean, they've only listed 4 so far, and if this is going to be at a $5 price point, that's going to go through the entire Titans Return line, there's probably going to be more of them. And I wonder if these could end up homaging Micromaster vehicles. I mean, would it be that hard to turn this guy into Erector or Rough Stuff or any of those other Micromaster vehicle drivers? We'll have to wait and see. And of course, there's always the potential that if Hasbro never releases full bodies for these guys, some third-party company could just say, hey, let's make a deluxe-size figure that this head goes on, and end up making it into a full-size figure for anyone who wants a real version of Siren or Nightbeat or any of those guys.